All right, thank you, Ben. Now we turn to the story of a man from here in the two Virginias who put his survival skills to the test in a reality show with a national audience. Our Clayton McChesney spent part of his day with that cast member.
Isaiah Tuck, who currently lives in Ghent, West Virginia, says he first started watching the History Channel survival show Alone back in season 2. After many seasons of applying, he finally made the cut to be part of the cast. He was selected out of around 40,000 applicants to be one of season 11's 10 contestants. They face the elements for a $500,000 grand prize. But Tuck tells us winning is about much more than just the money. There's an unwritten title on the line if you enter the winner's circle alone.
Alone is it's the Olympics in the survival bushcraft world. And so the chance to get to try out my grit and get this experience that you just never have the opportunity to really do, that was a big one for me.
Tuck says his experience in the military and as a game warden, combined with his experience growing up in the West Virginia wilderness, gave him the skills he needs, such as making squirrel traps.
You can come on over and give it a little tug. Easy peasy.
And making fire in wet conditions. However, this season did put him out of his element and into the tundra.
The cold hits home. It gets really cold. This show was filmed, this season was filmed the farthest north it's ever been. It was 125 miles north of the Arctic Circle, and we were dropped off right at wintertime. And so that was a whole different cold than what we get in West Virginia.
Alone, as the name implies, involves surviving without help from anyone else, with the last to bail being declared the winner. The only things at your disposal are the supplies you find and the 10 approved tools you can take with you. Tuck says showing what he can do on a national level like this has led to some newfound local fame and surprise from people he knows who didn't know he was competing.
It's been pretty surreal. I'm getting random strangers are wanting to take photos with me. Of course, I have all my local family and friends, my church community. Everyone's just huge fans. And of course, I had to keep it a secret from all of them. So when the show comes out, when the show came out on TV, and they're like, wait a second, what?
Tuck hopes by being on Alone, he will help inspire others, especially the younger generation, to spend more time outdoors. He says time spent in the woods made up a large part of his own childhood and gave him the chance to be himself and be wild. Here for you in Pipestem, I'm Clayton McChesney, W.Va News.
Pretty cool stuff. Now, if you'd like to watch Tuck's survival experience now, you can tune into the History Channel Thursdays at 8 p.m. You can also watch previous episodes on the History Channel's website and their app. Ben?